My parents pretty much were artists. My mom is a painter, and my dad was an accountant, but he was playing guitar as a hobby. And when I heard him play, I think I was about 10 years old, and I was sitting at the dinner table, and I heard him in the bedroom, and I heard this song by Ray Charles, What I Say. And suddenly I was like, something just like grabbed me inside my stomach. And I was like, whoa, you know what? I want to feel just like that for the rest of my life. And at that point, you know, I knew this is what I was going to do. I was going to play guitar and hopefully make people feel like I was fitting at that time. First time I think discovered CARVIN was when a friend of mine was managing a big store in Hollywood. And one day he called me up and he said, hey, you know, Wolf, I know you know, constantly searching for that tone. I've got a new amp there, and you got to check it out. So I came down the shop and saw this amp. I said, oh, that's the amp. I'm like, oh, CARVIN. So I was like, oh, okay. Plugged it in, you know, cranked it up, and I was like, oh, wow, interesting. That amp had a really clear and defined tone. And, you know, I'm thinking, wow, okay. So I bought it, you know, and plus it gave me a fantastic deal. I bought it, took it to the studio, started playing with the band. And you know what? Not only this amp had a great tone, but somehow playing with the drum and the bass player, the tone kind of sneaked in between all of that. And you could really hear the tone coming out. You know, sometimes you play with amps and it's kind of, you know, blending with the bass frequency or other things, but that amp was just able to just, you know, break through, and it was nice, clear and defined tones. You know what? I should probably send you a picture of my amp. The BEL-AIR I've got, I still have that one I bought like 15 years ago. I mean, it doesn't look too good, but it still works fantastic. I mean, I've taken that amp like everywhere around the world, pretty much. And you know what? The frame got busted a couple of times, fixed it. The transformer in the back, you know, was broken because the thing fell out, you know. It's still working, just replaced the tube and boom, it was working fine. One time in Canada, one of my roadies plugged in, I don't know what he did, but literally caught on fire. And next day we took it up to a shop, the guy fixed it, the amp was working again, you know what I mean? So this thing is just like, you know, I won't die, you know, it's great. I think the miracle with this particular amp was that it was used when I bought it. So I took it through hell and back, an amp that was used in the first place and still delivered. There is definitely a lot of amps out there that are available for blues players. Now, why CARVIN? Well, the main reason is that with that particular amp, the BEL-AIR, I can get a bass response that I do not get with other amps. Somehow, with the other amps, the sound is somehow always compressed, and you don't have that well-defined and I would say clear response. With the BEL-AIR, you plug that thing in and you hear the bass, the mids, the highs, and it's just like straight out of the guitar, you know, and it's clear and it's defined. And you know, I haven't found, you know, that type of sound with other amps, you know. And a lot of time people will come up to me and say, man, what are you playing, you know? Particularly in places like Australia where it's not yet that well known. And like, wow, can I get one like this? You know? So yeah, I do get a lot of compliments on that one, that's for sure. This particular amp, the sound that you get at the price you get it, I mean, there's really no, to me in my book, no competition out there for that, you know, and I highly recommend it. Well, here we are in the studios, Doghouse Studios in Burbank, and this is what we've got today for the session. We've got the Nomad amps here, the BEL-AIR, and the Vent 16 up here, and also the version of the BEL-AIR, but separate with a head and a cabinet. I've got pretty much three setup I use. One is a clear channel, clear sound. Second one is a rhythm sound, and the third one is a lead sound. So pretty much the rhythm sound, this is a song from my second album, Blue Fix. It's called Blue Rose. This is the rhythm sound that I kind of use, but like. Alright, now this is the clear sound that I use, a clear tone. It's got no pedals, nothing, straight into the amp, and it's got a really nice bass response and very defined sound. And that, you see. Anyway, this is now the sound that I use for solos. It's got a more of the attack and overdrive to it. Really more the brown sound. And it's yeah, it's good for solos in that one.